Is it just me, or is dating technology era time zone like completely different nowadays?
Oh, it changed the game. It's crazy.
I feel like I can't date anyone without having already stalked their social media, Facebook, Instagram, the whole world. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's so true, you know.
It's really crazy, right? And it's good, and it's also a little bit bad. I think it has its pros and it has its cons, and it's really interesting how different dating nowadays is from our parents' generation and the generations before that.
It's true. And I think as millennials, I think for us at least, it's what's inspired us to start these fireside chats because life for us is so different, especially in the dating world. So now Melissa and I are just going to come together, as you can see, and just chat about the things that are happening in our dating lives and just be as real, raw, and honest as possible and get your honest opinions along the way.
Right. And no, and that's exactly it, guys. So like Kayla and I, we have these conversations all the time, like on FaceTime, on video. We're just like always venting, and we're like, oh, is it just us? Is it just us who feel this way? And I don't think it is, because when you go and talk to your other friends, they're all on the same page. They'll be like venting to me, like, Melissa, look at what this guy just did on Snapchat or on Instagram. And I'm like, it's not just me. Like, I'm not alone. No, so I'm excited about this, Kate. I'm like really pretty excited about being able to actually open up about our adventures in the dating world and as millennials, how it's changed, and especially this month to really focus on technology through Adventure Self and really talking more about how it is dating. Can we start with like dating apps, guys? Like everyone has been on it. Like, let's talk about Tinder. Let's talk about Bumble. Let's talk about all the dating apps that I don't even know about because I get so overwhelmed with how many there are out there.
I know. Can I take this? I'm so excited.
Yes, I know you were like all about this, so go ahead. I'm so excited.
And I started out with Bumble. So I didn't do Bumble before when I was single. So this was completely new for me. At first I was a little scared to actually take control and initiate conversations with guys. But after a while I was like, wow, this is kind of nice. Like, I'm in control. I love the extend. Can we talk about the extends that guys have on Bumble?
Yeah, you get the best of luck. Like, I don't know about me, but like you, like every time I talk to you, you're like, I got a 24-hour extension.
No, I'm not gonna lie, it's like the biggest ego boost.
That's awesome. Like, whenever someone extends, you're like, damn, they really must want to talk to you.
Which is great. Mm-hmm. Like Bumble, like I said, it was fun, and then it kind of trailed off a little bit. I do feel like, I could be wrong, but the selection on Bumble is not as good as the selection on Tinder, because there's definitely more people on Tinder. Like, let's be real,
Some of my friends might say that like Bumble has more quality though.
For sure.
And
for sure.
Tinder has more quality. Yeah, right? Because some of my friends are always like, I love Bumble because it's not as many, but the quality is a little bit better. And then Tinder has a little bit more, but then you get like everything, like all the spectrum.
It's probably location too, because you know me, now I'm not near Boston anymore, so I'm near Providence, so maybe my stuff's a little skewed. Maybe in LA it's a lot better.
Oh, in LA you just get all models. It's ridiculous. I think you came out here one time, and when we did that group thing on Tinder, I think I tried it. It is like the shit, like group, like Tinder for groups. This is so much more fun, right? Like you guys like talk within like 2 to 4 people. So if one person's interesting, at least you have like a conversation going versus, it's just being one-on-one.
I think once I got back on Tinder, I realized all the annoying things about dating apps again, because it's Tinder. And I wrote a piece about this actually on Adventure Self, so you guys should check it out. But pretty much I did like the dating faux pas on these apps, right? Like a couple of things that are annoying me are like, those guys that take a picture with like a million girls in the backgrounds that are like super slutty. And I'm like, what are you trying to accomplish here? Like, if you're really that cool, then like, why are you on this app? So like, stop pretending.
It's not attractive, guys. Like, it's cool to see you with 1 or 2 girls, maybe they're your sister, they're your friends, but like really like showing me in like every single photo, like they're did you at one time, no lie, I started a library of the funniest pictures of people that I saw on Tinder.
Smart.
I literally started a library because I was just like, this is what not to do. Like, there's just so many things not to do. And I know guys don't see it because you're only seeing the girls' version. I'm sure they feel the same way about us. Can we talk about how annoying it is when you're on those apps and like, one, they don't even like, they do chat, but then they just chat like all day long. Like it's a fucking pen. Are you fucking kidding me?
Exactly what I said. It is the most annoying thing in the world. Like, what is the point? Like either let's, you know, move this on to text and like just be aggressive. Like when are we gonna meet? If it's going well and we have like chemistry and a little bit of a, like, you know, witty vibe going on, like just ask me out for coffee, for a drink. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Like let's just like speed it up because I cannot deal with like these days upon days just messaging on Tinder. Like no, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, I feel like dating apps are meant to just be a way of meeting people you wouldn't otherwise meet as an introduction. It's like, hey, like I would never otherwise have ran into you. So here, cool, I'll swipe right. We'll say hello. You know, you seem cool enough. You like, you know, pass the like normal barriers of like being able to have a conversation for like, you know, a few minutes. And then get their number and then move on from there. If you're going to meet up for a coffee, just do it. Like, what is the point of?
The relevant question is, it's 2017 now, right? We're all strong, independent women. Like, is it wrong for us to ask them to go on a date? You know, how do you feel about that? I know a lot of us want to be, you know, traditionalists and want to hold on to like some sort of the norm and, you know, have the guy, you know, be the gentleman. But at the end of the day, like we could ask, right? Like we could ask them.
I think that's totally fine. And I think there's a way of doing it so it's not super aggressive and like overbearing. I think there's a way of saying, you know, hey, like let's not become one of those Tinder people. Let's get out of this dating app, or let's get out of this text message like circle, and like why don't we just, you know, meet up for a coffee? And then I feel like that forces the guy to be like, oh shit, like I'm either going to become this person or I'm going to take this girl out. Because one or the other does, like, you have to just make a decision. So you can put someone in a situation where it's like, hey, you either take me out or we're going to become pen pals, which is not what I'm looking for in this app. That's not my goal.
I definitely need to start doing that. Because again, I was just complaining and I'm like, Kayla, like, let's just be real. Like, you know, it takes two to tango. So why not just take, you know, take the bull by the horn?
Yeah, so that's the dating app. But then when you finally meet them, let's talk about social media there. So guys, like, I don't know about you guys, but like once you start dating someone, like, let's be real, like we've already stalked them, we've already become friends with them on Facebook, and we're already following them on Instagram.
You know what their ex looks like.
You know what their ex looks like.
We get down and dirty about how we stalk. Get the inside scoop on part 2 of dating and the digital age. Stay tuned.